88.1 XFM Tauranga St Music Station. Also, another episode of Magpie Man with Marty. I have a social media sensation to say hello to the Magpie Man.
G'day, guys. How's it going?
Hey, there we go. So, first of all, how did you realise that you could imitate the magpie sound?
Well, look, I've been doing it since I could talk. I only realised it was something special since the COVID lockdown when I got on TikTok by coincidence and did what I thought I did best. And yeah, it went nuts. So, yeah.
So I did read an article saying that you found out that you could do the magpie sound because you were swooped by a magpie at the age of 5 or 4?
Yeah, about 4 or 5. When I started school, I remember getting swooped and I just turned around and warbled back and it left me alone. But I think I was doing it before then. I got 4 sisters, 2 are older, 2 are younger. And I asked them, I said, was I making that noise like as a kid? And they go, you've been making it ever since we can remember. So, yeah, just did it.
Yeah. So what got you started doing TikTok? I know during COVID, but what kind of brought you to doing TikTok and Instagram and social media?
Well, I had no idea what TikTok was, right? I'm 61 years old. I was about 60 back then. Never heard of it. I was on Instagram surfing and whatever, and I flicked up John Travolta, you know, the Saturday Night Fever Grease guy. And he was there going, my son, Ben, is on TikTok and his username is now Benjamin something or other, right? And I thought, what's TikTok, you know? And so, you know, plenty of time sitting at home. I Googled it and it said, you know, it's a social media platform going off, blah, blah, blah. So I then joined it. And actually the first video I did, I got, you know, that magpie I put on my helmet.
Yep.
Well, I had that out the back to stop the magpies coming in my backyard because they were bloody pooing everywhere and whatever. Anyhow, I decided to get my gel gun and shoot it and do the magpie call, you know, at the same time. And I did, that was my very first video. And that got banned. They took it off. What was it, you know, like, because I was using a gun.
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, I'll give it another shot, but without the gun. So I just said, I thought the magpies. And then I kind of left it. And yeah, it was a community guidelines suggestion that I got taken off. So I nearly never made it. And then to my surprise, my nephew, about 20-something, 22, he called me and he goes, Uncle Mark, what have you done? Like all the radio stations are asking if anyone knows the Magpie Man to get him to answer his phone or answer his emails. I thought, what the hell's going on, right? And then, yeah, I started going Nova radio stations in Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, Cairns, all over the joint. And then Sunrise TV and ABC and the project over there in New Zealand. And yeah, it's like, what's the big deal? It's just a flipping magpie call, you know? Yeah, I didn't understand. Still don't.
So you did mention that you're on the project. You've also been a part of No Harm Done and The Counterpart. What was it like, not doing the magpie call, but like acting?
Yeah, well, I did The Counterpart before the social media thing. And the counterpart, the No Harm Done, which should come out before Christmas, the trailer at least. Yeah, I did that because of the magpie call. I can't say too much because I've signed a thing, but I'm in it. And yeah, acting to me is no big deal. My father was worked for the ABC here in Adelaide and Melbourne. So I spent all my weekends in TV studios, you know, learning about cameras and lighting and acting and that kind of stuff. So I've got a bit of a head start. So when all this happened, you know, because of the followers I got, people, and also what I do. I'm now getting asked to be. I've been sent scripts, so I decide now which one I'll do. Yeah, it's like it's not like with Leonardo DiCaprio or anything like that, but they are scripts, and it's pretty exciting. Yeah,
you're basically living my dream. Lucky you.
So well, I've had a few videos over 1 million, and that's pretty exciting. One at nearly 2 million, and it's now I make videos every day. I've got a friend of mine who's an editor, and we decided that he's a commercial editor, so I pay him not much, but he's very good at what he does, and we decided that we'll put out videos every day on TikTok, Instagram, and that's sort of doubled my viewers. Hasn't cost me that much. I've probably got it back now in film, in marketing, advertising, stuff like that. So, yeah, it was either let it go, and it probably would have gone just kaput and back to making magpie calls at the pub and whatever, or following it, spending a bit of money, not a lot, and chasing the thing. I've also got an agent now, what do you call it, talent agent, looking for advertising and work, that kind of thing for me, which is a real big step, because you can't just join one. They've got to want to be with you. So that's helped. So the Magpie has been the little vehicle that's got me now into a few other things. So that's good.
So
it's really helped.
I was on your TikTok live last night, and you said that you can sing Christmas songs and some songs doing the Magpie call. So
yeah, I can. And Cameo. A lot of people, when I first started, they're going, "Oh, you should go on Cameo. You should go on Cameo." And I'm going, "What the hell's Cameo?" It was a bit like the TikTok. I'd never heard of it. And then Cameo contacted me and said, "Look, would you like to join?" And I said, "What is it?" And they said, "You do videos for people and they pay you, and we take a small cut." And I go, "Oh, okay." I said, "Do you think it'll work?" And they go, yeah, we reckon it'll work." So I've done over 700 cameos now. Birthday greetings, I love yous, will you marry me? I've done cameos like private videos, only like 60 seconds maximum videos for the Collingwood Football Club, some football clubs over there in New Zealand, and I do singing as well. And there's also another, when I say singing, not singing like magpie singing, I had to do, and I can sing pretty much anything in magpie. It's just one of those things, and usually get paid a little bit extra for that, and also business videos as well. So on Cameo, and a new one called Memo, MEEMO, which is actually quite big now, and they're based in Europe, but they're doing really well. And I'm starting to get quite a few of those too. So yeah, it's a good way to make a bit of extra money.
Yeah. Why not?
And get out there.
Exactly.
Well, Laserbeam, you ever heard of Laserbeam? And
yes.
Laserbeam and Fresh. I did cameos for them. They wanted me to do cameos. So we're talking a guy with 20 million subscribers wanted me to do a private video. So yeah, that was pretty good.
My brother is absolutely obsessed with him. He's probably going to watch this video going, "You talked to a guy that did a video for Laserbeam. How?"
And Fresh. Yeah. Well, his sister set it up. And Laserbeam said, like his sister set it up, Jerry Springer, all these big names, and me. But Laserbeam goes, "I've seen him. He's really talented. I love him." And then Fresh said, "Oh, my man, I love the Magpie Man." Now, I had no idea who they were, right? Because I'm not in the game. So to me, I'm going, "Oh, yeah. What kind of parent would call his kid Laserbeam, right? Or Fresh?" But then I found out how big they are. and like they're quite wealthy guys as well because they get hit up for advertising and whatever. But that didn't change too much. I just felt, kind of proud that they are. So yeah. And of course, Laserbeam was in that movie that just came out. What's it called?
Three Guys.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, so he's a bit of a celebrity on film. Yeah.
So your talent is doing magpie calls. Are there any other secret talents that you have?
Not really. The magpie call is I can do other birds, but not really well. The magpie is just something I do well, and it's also something that not many other people can do. So it puts me in my own category. People ask me, I do a kookaburra, do a pig, do a dog, do this. I'll do it, but the magpie is very unique, and I only know one guy that could do it like me, and he passed away about 10 years ago. So, but he and I used to do outback camps, and we used to sit around a campfire, do a magpie calls, and people just smashing us with tips. By the way, I declared it all to the taxation department. If anyone from the tax is watching, hi there. Yeah, or to charity. Yeah, mostly to charity, which is the same thing as the taxation department. Yeah. So it's quite unique. I'm just focusing on that and using the magpie call to get me in other directions, whether it be TV, comedy. I've been asked to do comedy because I am funny sometimes. Movies, whatever. So it's a real foot in the door, the magpie.
So what advice would you give someone like me that's wanting to get into doing acting and comedy, or because I also do voice impressions? How would I get out there to be recognized kind of like you are?
Well, I think the best thing I did, I got lucky with just getting on it and, seeing John Travolta, who I've actually met before the Magpie fame. So I'm a big fan of his, but that helped. But what really helped was me finding a video editor, because unless you've got that background, this guy, Kieran's his name, he was on Big Brother. He's very good. If you want him, let me know. Let him know. But he's also got he went to uni to study social media. Now, he is worth his weight in gold, and he's pretty heavy. All right, he's a big guy, bigger than me. But I think that was probably the best thing I ever did was start getting him to do a few videos, because it turned me into this small, magpie sound to what I am now, which is, without him, I wouldn't have got into the film. I wouldn't have got on TV. I wish I had him from the beginning, because I probably missed out on a lot of money. The gifts and all that on TikTok, I didn't even know what that was. And, I probably could have made thousands of dollars with his guidance. So I would recommend find a video editor that's got a bit of a few reviews and get him or her to help you through the process, because they know the hashtags, they know the trends, they know people. And without those, I didn't even put hashtags on my first videos. I didn't need to, but if I did, I would have been bigger than I am now. I got 156,000. I would have been $1 million easy if I'd known what I was doing, because I've seen how good a good hashtag or connection can be. So that's the advice I'd give. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, Mark, this is a recurring segment I have on my show where I answer quick fire questions. You just got to answer them as quickly as you can.
Okay, mate.
This is just something to keep my guests up on their toes.
All right.
All right. Favorite color?
Blue.
All right. Favorite holiday destination?
Early Beach.
Okay. Favorite genre of music?
The guy from Fleetwood Mac. What's his name? Bob Fleetwood.
There we go. Besides John Travolta, what other famous people have you met?
Um, John Travolta. Oh, Neil Diamond.
Okay. If you could be on a talk show, which show would you be on?
Jimmy Fallon, who is one of my subscribers on YouTube.
What?
Yep, Jimmy Fallon. I did not know. Kieran goes, do you know that Jimmy Fallon is one of your subscribers? And the other guy, he drives around with like Paul McCartney and all those guys.
James Corden?
Yeah, him. He's a subscriber to me as well. So they obviously like the Magpie call. So either Jimmy Fallon or James, I'd love to be on their show. Yeah.
Oh,
and a few others. Dr. Berg. And, yeah.
Okay. Favorite food?
Food?
Yeah.
Pork.
Pork.
Barbecued pork ribs. Yeah, love it.
If you could be in a movie, who would you star?
John Travolta.
There we go. All right.
Yeah. I love John Travolta. Not in a loving way, but I just admire him. He's just the best. Yeah.
All right, two more. If TikTok wasn't a thing, if you could create an app, what would it be called?
Muskie.
Muscat.
That's
okay. And last one. Let's go. If you could name a bird, what would you name it?
Well, like my ex-wife, or is it a flying bird?
A flying bird.
Oh, probably a magpie. What else?
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I love magpies. Yeah.
Here's your revenge on me. You get to ask me some quick fire questions, and I just got to answer them as quickly as I can. Make them as difficult as you want.
All right. How old are you?
19.
Okay. Do you have any special skills, trades?
Voice impressions, and I can do card magic.
Card magic? Oh, okay. What is the biggest celebrity you've ever met in person?
Jacinda Ardern, our Prime Minister.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever been to Adelaide?
No.
All right. Do you know that Christchurch and Adelaide are sister cities?
No.
Until the earthquake, they were almost identical in layout. Yeah. Do you drive a car? What sort of car do you drive?
Don't have a license, sadly, but if I did, I would just drive a ute.
Yeah, right. Okay. And what does your father do for a living?
He works at Bunnings Warehouse.
Oh, really? Why not? So you got plenty of hardware around the house?
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's 5 questions. Happy with that?
Wait.
No worries.
So,
fantastic.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I'm hoping I see myself doing lots of cameos, sitting in a caravan, fishing or whatever, and just making enough to survive, doing cameos, doing a bit of busking with magpies, and maybe still doing a couple of films here and there, but not fixing cars or flying airplanes like I have to do at the moment to make a living. Yeah.
Fair enough. So you actually sent me a picture of a car that you are building. How long has it taken for it to get to where it is now?
That one's about 2 weeks because I actually had no other work, so I just got stuck into it. But normally, I did one before that. It took 6 months because I did it part-time, bit here, a bit there. But because I work on it every day, it's nearly ready for painting. So it's a HJ Holden, guys. I don't know. You got a Holdens over there in New Zealand.
Yes.
But I don't know if there's any of them left because they rusted out here. They probably rust out even more over there because of the higher rainfall in most places.
Yeah. All right. So what do you do when people come up to you saying like, hey, are you the Magpie Man? Do you get them to try and do a magpie call themselves, or do you just...
Well, yeah, it's funny. Even today, I took the dog down the beach and a group of guys He goes, "Are you the Magpie Man?" I go, "Yep." And he goes, "Give us one." I go, and that was it. I just kept walking with the dog. But I would say every day, at least once, sometimes more, somebody recognises me as the Magpie Man. And I won't ask him to do a magpie call. Usually I'm a bit shy about it. But when I do interviews, I definitely ask him. And that's under the guidance of Kieran, the cameraman.
Yeah.
But yeah, normally 9 times out of 10 they ask me to do one. I will do it.
Yeah.
And they all go, "Wow," or they want a photo or something like that. Yeah.
So have you ever had a time when you've done too many magpie calls and you get like a sore throat?
No, but one time I apologised. I went out with Kieran, who's only 22 or 23, with all his mates, and we got stuck into it. I think you know what I mean, like in the grog and stuff like that. And I was so hungover because I hadn't drank that much for a while. In the morning, I got on TikTok and I said, "Look, guys, I got a sore throat, I got an hangover, I can't do any magpie calls today." So that was the only time. But otherwise, no, people say, "Oh, does it hurt your throat?" No, it doesn't. It actually clears it. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Here we go. So when it comes to magpie calls, do you actually like attract them? Do magpies come to you?
Well, yeah. Look, I live where I live now. I've got the sprinkler on. I've got some food out for the magpies because now they come and they bring their families. But in the morning when I get out and I put the food out, I usually do a magpie call, and then I can hear them in the trees doing it back. And I just sit there for a few minutes, just singing away. And the neighbours, I met the neighbour not long ago, and they had no idea it was me making all the magpie calls. They just thought it was real magpies. And because they go, "Oh, someone told me you're the magpie guy." I said, "Yeah." They didn't know. And I said, "Oh, we hear a lot of magpies." I said, "No, that's me making money out of making magpie calls."
All right, Mark, are you ready to play a game?
Yeah, go ahead, mate. Yeah.
All right.
What do you want to play?
Do you want to do music, acting, or voice impressions?
Let's try music.
Music? All right. So this is the word association game where I give you a word and you've got to sing a song with that word in it.
All right. Okay.
All right. Can't be an original. And yeah, basic rules.
It can't be original.
It can't be an original. It has to be a song that everyone knows.
That everyone knows.
Yeah.
Oh, no one knows.
Well, most people would know.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah,
all right. Are you ready?
See how we go. Yeah, go.
All right. Let's go with Alive.
Staying alive, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. How's that?
Hey, gotta love the
Bee Gees.
Yes.
Yeah.
My mum's obsessed.
John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever. There we go.
Exactly. All right, let's go with Morning.
Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. That's Cat Stevens.
Okay.
That singing's shocking.
Right, let's go Water.
Water?
Water.
Water. It has to have water, or raindrops are falling on my head.
There you go.
Just
close enough.
Near enough. Good enough for the girls I go out with.
House.
House? Okay. Oh boy. House. As in house music, or house as in you're living?
You're living. It can either be house or home.
Home. Oh. I don't think I've heard a song with a house in it, haven't I? Don't know. I can't think of one, mate. House. No, can't think of one.
Don't got one?
Hey, I give up on that one. House. Oh, a house amongst the gum trees, the lovely gum trees. Yes, that's it. That's a tree house. Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Plot twist. Dun dun dun. Don't be scared. I'm not gonna harm. So basically, one of my little talents is I do voice impressions, and of course, you do your famous magpie call. So I want to see if you can copy some of my voice impressions.
All right.
All right. Are you ready?
Is that you, the dog?
It's probably my dogs that are sitting behind my door thinking, what the heck is he doing?
All
right. Let's go with we're gonna be the world, it's gonna be amazing.
Was that Nicolas Cage? Oh no, that's Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
See if you can impersonate Donald Trump.
Yeah, to all you guys out there, get stuffed.
Oh, love it. All right, let's go with you, Brian. I want some coffee.
Oh, Brian, you want some coffee? Who's that? English?
He's from a TV show.
Was that like Bart Simpson? Or?
He's from Family Guy.
Oh, Family Guy. Oh, what's that guy's name? The pilot. Yeah, Family Guy. Who was that? That was the guy. What's his name?
I'll give you another little hint. Yes, hello, fat man.
Not sure.
He's a griffin.
A griffin?
Yeah.
Well, what's the father's name? The father's griffin was. Yeah, it must be the son, is it?
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
It's one of the sons.
Yeah, I haven't seen that show for ages, mate. So
no worries. It's a little baby Stewie Griffin.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. Stevie.
Stewie.
Oh, Stewie yes. Griffin. Oh, okay, yeah.
And then of course.
And what
Peter.
Does he say? Peter. Peter's the father, isn't he?
Yeah. So like Peter and Stewie, like Peter would go, yeah, hey Stewie, how are you? And then Stewie would go, oh, right. Hello, fat man.
And what's his name? His wife's name?
Lois.
Peter. Oh, Lois. Yeah. We've got the purple hair.
Yes.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
The blue hair.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to someone a little bit more easier. Hal, what the heck is going on?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
See if you can try and impersonate Arnie.
Oh. Hey, Sylvester, you come here so I can punch your head in.
All right. Okay, last one. We're getting into the Christmas spirit, so why not do a Christmas one? This is one of Jim Carrey's characters that he has done, so that's a bit of a hint for you. 4 o'clock, well, we'll shop pity. 4:30, stare into the abyss.
Okay, that was the Phantom or something, wasn't it? Was he in the Phantom? When he was green?
Yes.
Yeah, what was that? That movie? Is that what it? Yeah, he wasn't the Phantom, was he? He was. But anyhow, so how did he talk?
He goes at 4 o'clock. All of us shall pity. 4:30, stare into the abyss.
Okay. Oh yeah. Oh, stare into the abyss. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. Australia. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, it was the Grinch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ah, yes, the Grinch stole Christmas.
Oh, very good. Now you're a lot better than me at that stuff. Can you do a magpie call? Give us a magpie call.
While I was waiting for you, I tried. No.
All right. Well, just do this. Go.
No.
Yeah. So go. Yeah, and then go. So you go in, out, in, out. Try that.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Close enough.
So if you practice that, go. So all you do is mix in those two tones. Just mix it with the back of your throat. Eventually you'll get it, I think.
I hope.
Yeah.
So being on the project, what was that like?
Well, I was a bit surprised actually, because I would have thought I'd been on the Australian project, but they called me and they said, look, you talk to Magpies, do you? And I go, yeah. And they said, look, we're having a few problems over here. They're sweeping and whatever. And they said, would you mind coming on the show? I said, yeah, no worries. So I was actually surprised that it's taken them that long. And after the project was in the radio stations, More FM and some other mob, they contacted me as well. So a couple of times, More FM, I've talking to them, spoke to them. Yeah. So yeah, it seems like New Zealand's got me 12 months later. Yeah.
My good old friends at More FM. Oh god.
Yeah. I had
days.
them pissing themselves laughing.
Oh, I bet.
One guy, because I saw the vision, I don't know if you've seen it. If you Google More FM Magpie Man, you'll see I'm singing Jingle Bells and he's laughing that much he has to go behind the screen. So that's what I like doing.
Well, could you give us a bit of a taste of Jingle Bells and Magpie?
Yeah. It's just tune.
Yeah.
You can see why he laughed his head off, like a grown man singing like an idiot. But it gets the laughs. That's all that matters. And people have paid me.
Yeah.
Like, since that, I've had people pay me to do it for Christmas. Greetings.
I bet.
Yeah, they did plug my cameo, so that was good.
Yeah. So coming from doing radio to being on TV to doing cameos, did you ever think that the Magpie Man would be this famous and this sensational?
No, it's caught me by surprise. I mean, years ago, I used to drive buses and I used to take a lot of school groups to the snow for skiing and to Canberra to see the government. And the other drivers knew I did it. And they used to embarrass me and say, Mark can do the Magpie call. And I'd do it in front of hundreds of students. And then I'd embarrass it. And they'd go, oh, wow, you're the Magpie Man. But this is 20 years ago. And I was always the Magpie Man, but only to a couple of hundred people. So, yeah, it has caught me by surprise. And even some of those bus drivers, they said, we told you had something special. And I go, oh, okay. So, yes, it was a surprise. But a pleasant surprise.
Surprise. All right. Well, speaking of TikTok, would you like to make a TikTok video with me?
Yeah, mate, let's do it.
All right. So I do this with most of my guests, which I know have TikTok. So basically, my nickname on TikTok is Manchild.
Manchild, yeah.
Why not? So
why not?
Yeah, like I'm wacky, I'm weird. I'm proud of it.
At least it starts with an M.
Yeah. And basically, I'm just gonna do my little catchphrase that I do for TikTok. Flip the camera over to you, and you can say whatever you want, as long as it applies to the TikTok community guidelines, as we all know.
Yeah. All right, no worries. So what is it? Man-child.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, no worries. All right, let's do it.
I'm weird. I'm a man-child. All right.
That's what my wife used to call me.
Hey.
She said, I need to get you a baby. Get me a babysitter. I said, yeah, okay. No worries.
Sweet. I have another man-child. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, I've never grown up.
Hello, TikTok. It's your boy or man-child. Anyway, so I'm currently on an interview. Guess who it is? Lift the camera. And 3, 2, 1. Hey! That's right. An interview with the Magpie Man himself. If you could say anything to your amazing followers that have supported you throughout your journey, what would it be?
Thank you very much. I really appreciate all the support. And even to the haters, I appreciate your views.
Do you think you could finish this interview off with a magpie call?
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, guys.
Awesome. All right. Well, Mark, I'm going to give you the floor. Promote yourself. Instagram, YouTube, let the people know what's going on.
Righto, guys. Mark the Magpie Man, cameo, Mimo, personal videos. All right. There is a price, but it's very low. Film coming out soon called No Harm Done. I want you all to go see it. The trailer should be out before Christmas. Instagram, YouTube vlogs, how to become Magpie Man, how to become a pilot, how to become a bus driver. More to come. And please subscribe and just have a great time watching my videos. And don't forget to follow me. There you go.
Awesome. All right. Well, Mark, is there any questions that you want to ask me about what I do or anything like that?
Yeah, where are you actually from in New Zealand? North Island, South Island?
So North Island.
North Island. Okay, yeah. Just before the lockdown, I went over to Auckland to catch up with a mate, and then he flies private jets, so he had to go to Japan or something. So I thought, oh, bugger it, I'll go to Queenstown. And I jumped on a plane, flew to Queenstown via Christchurch, and had an absolute ball there. And, so, yeah, got to see more of New Zealand than I normally do. But yeah, it looks like a beautiful place.
It is. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Mark, who would you like to see next on Mike Time with Marty?
On your show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon you should interview Kieran Davidson, my mate. Get onto him.
All right.
Big Brother star. I'm sure he'd love to talk about me. I could mention it. He's a little bit hard to get because he's very busy, but I reckon people would be interested in his story. Yeah.
Well, yesterday I actually interviewed Shannon Powers, who's from Los Angeles, and she's worked with people that have been on Big Brother and Biggest Loser and Survivor. So who knows? Maybe Kieran might know Shannon.
I'm sure he would. And just look him up. He's on my friend list or follower list. Who knows? He might be interested. He actually asked me to record this, which I have on my iPad, so he'll know.
Awesome.
Right? Yeah, because he likes to keep that content. And I've actually applied for a few reality shows, and I got very close. And there's one that I'm actually in, but it had to be postponed. So I won't say anything, but that should be next year. All right. So there
all right. Well, Mark, thank you so much for taking your time. Who knows? Maybe when you get more big, rich, and famous, we could do this again.
Yeah, that'd be terrific. Yeah. All the best, mate. Nice talking to you. Sorry it took so long. But
no, it's been no worries at all. I'll make sure to send you the link to the videos so you can sit around and do whatever you want with it.
No worries, matey. All the best.
All right.
Take care, New Zealand. Love you.
See you,
and the Prime Minister, love you too.
Yes.
If you ever lose your husband, I'm still single. All right. I know it's hard to believe. Jacinta, see you Saturday. See you, matey.
See you, man.
See you, matey.